I'm doing something completely new today. You've never seen this piece before, but you've been asking me about synthetic toppers in my DMs on Instagram. And so I got to work with Dimples Hair. I'm so excited because they sent me this piece to do a review on, and I finally am going to get to answer the question, what do you think about synthetic toppers? Because until now, I'm always like, well, based on research, I think it's a great idea. Now I can actually speak to the fact that it is a great idea, definitely something to have in your rotation, specifically one from Dimples. This luxury piece really is luxury. So let me tell you the best part about my whole experience with this so far. Actually, there's a bunch, but one of my favorite moments was when I got the box. So the box shows up, it's beautifully packaged. There's this lovely tissue paper in there. And I also got some of the hair care goodies. So I open it up and I'm really excited, and I pull this thing out of the bag, and my husband, Cal, looks at me and he goes, I thought they were supposed to send you a synthetic piece, not a human hair piece. And I'm like, Cal, this is a synthetic piece, right? So he's used to seeing me wear a human hair topper every day, and he was fooled. He thought that this was human hair, which speaks to the softness and the also lack of shine. This is not so obviously synthetic. It truly just looks like healthy human hair, which I'm really, really excited about. Okay, so I'll give you the details of the hair and then why I really do like this piece. So it is a 14-inch Clio. The base is a 6x7, which I have to tell you, I was a little nervous about at the beginning, because on my channel and also on my Instagram, I always preach big cap, big cap, big cap, big cap, because I have such advanced thinning. I always think it's more comfortable to have a base that sits further down on my head. This one is a 6x7, and I was worried that it would really be clipping into those sensitive bits of my scalp. Not even clipped in. There we go. But not so with this piece for a few reasons. One, the clips are comfortable, but two, this is so light. It's 3.7 ounces, which if you're used to wearing a silk top, human hair topper, it is going to feel completely weightless on you. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing a topper right now, and I'm not just saying that. The contrast is really stark. So you can get away with a 6x7 even if you're used to wearing 9x9 in terms of comfort, because it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything right now. So this is a 14-inch lace fit topper. The style is called Clio, and the color is Nutmeg, which is 6N8GR. So it's not quite the right color for me in terms of matching my bio hair, but I really do love this color, and I'll show you the color ring as well. Okay, so let's talk about the benefits of wearing a piece like this. One of the things that I talk about occasionally is maintaining human hair and how it can be somewhat challenging. And one of the reasons that it's challenging is because when you're wearing a human hair topper, which this is not, the hair is usually taken from, if you're wearing brown anyways, it's taken from black, it's bleached, and then they add brown color. So what that means is you're gonna have a more naturally reddish tone. With a synthetic piece, you can get an ashier tone. But then also it means that over time, that color is going to fade, it's going to strip, and you're gonna have to re-dye it. When you're wearing a synthetic piece like this, you don't need to worry about that type of thing. The color is going to be consistent. It's never going to fade on you. So that is a really great advantage. One of the other advantages is the fact that it is going to hold this style. So this is heat-friendly synthetic, which means you actually do need to use heat to maintain it over time. The fibers will require heat being applied to them, but you can use a hot airbrush, you can use a flat iron or a curling iron and style it in any way that you want to match your bio hair. So that's really nice, and it will hold that style even if it gets wet. So let's say you're going out to dinner, you've curled your hair, and all of a sudden you get caught in the rain. Well, when you go back inside and dry off, this will dry very quickly, and then it will dry back to the style that you've last heat set it to, which is really cool and really exciting. So I'm thinking that this is the perfect piece to have in the rotation for summertime. If you're going to be outdoors a lot, if you're going to be sitting on patios, you might get caught in the elements, that type of thing. This is going to be a really nice piece to have in your rotation. And because it's so light, you're not going to feel hot and weighed down with it on. So I really do like that as well. In terms of the density, this is not the perfect piece for me for two reasons. One, I have diffuse thinning that is pretty severe and pretty substantial. And two, the color doesn't match my bio hair. So there's a couple of things to consider when you're making this purchase. If you have a more advanced diffuse thinning like I have, you're gonna wanna go with the biggest base, which is the 6x7. So I'll turn around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So my bio hair is longer than this piece, but also it's a different color. So the blend is not perfect. So the way around this for me would be to dye my bio hair and also cut my bio hair. Now, I'm not sure that I'm gonna do it for this piece, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm giving it some serious thought with summer ahead because this is so comfortable. So if you do wanna commit to wearing something like this as part of your everyday routine, you can take it to your stylist and then have your stylist match your bio hair to the topper. And then even with thinning as diffused as mine, I'm pretty sure I could get away with this for day-to-day wear. But if I want to be changing up my pieces routinely and I want to be changing up my color routinely, then I'm going to need a more dense piece. If that's you or your thinning is more progressed than mine, then I encourage you to check out Dimples' wig line. My friend Bridget, I'll try to link her account down below in the comments or in the description. She just did a review of one of their human hair wigs, and I'm telling you, it is out of this world gorgeous. I mean, it's a lot of hair and it is absolutely stunning. So they have other things to cover you if you have a more advanced hair loss than I have, or you're looking just for a throw on and go. But in terms of being thrown and go for a topper, this really is that. I have to tell you, I did nothing to this. So it came out of the box. It's had a bit of a brush. I put it on my hair with a little bit of hair fibers right here in my root, and you can see that in one of my Instagram videos if you're curious. I'll also put it up in my shorts, and that's it. So out of the box, it's beautiful. Like I said, if you get it wet, it's still going to be beautiful, easy to maintain. Just make sure that you always keep some sort of wide tooth comb with you because the heat friendly fibers are going to tangle a little bit more easily than human hair if you're used to that. And so you're going to want to brush it out occasionally throughout the day, but it's so quick and easy to do. And it really does, you know, make a beautiful difference in terms of the appearance. So let's talk about the brand and what they offer in terms of colors for you. So they're not limited to just this piece. This is the piece that we kind of thought would work the best for me. And I have to, gotta tell you, part of this process that was really cool too was speaking with James Todd, the CEO. So I'm super camera shy. And if you've been around, you know, I've talked about this before. I don't know why, just filming this video right now, I'm nervous. I get super anxious around cameras. And speaking to him, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. It's kind of surreal, very cool. He was absolutely lovely, which is really reassuring when you want to purchase from a brand. But then also what became very clear to me is how focused he is on producing quality pieces. So he doesn't want to just cast a wide net and create all kinds of pieces to hit all kinds of different consumers. He wants to make sure that what he offers with quality and care. And I thought that that was a really cool takeaway for me to have from that meeting. And it really reassured me that this piece was going to be lovely when I got it. And it really, truly is. So if you're looking at making a purchase and you want to see the colors, you can always send me a message and I can go through them with you. But there is quite a variety. So everything from dark chocolate at this end, you've got your blondes. I've already set my sights on my future gray. I showed my husband this one. I absolutely love it. It's like an ashy gray color. And yeah, I know that, you know, 50% of women are going to experience hair loss at some point in their lives, but this is especially true when we are postpartum, postmenopausal, that type of thing. So for those who are just looking for a little extra oomph in their golden years, this is something to consider because they do have two different options of a gray. This one's got my heart though. This one right here. I love it. So yeah, and you can even ask them, I believe you can purchase one of these, but if you ever have any questions, I'm happy to go through them with you. So lots of color choices, lots of options, and they also have add-ons like care products. So this one is the fiber oil conditioner. So this is used to condition and be anti-static for your hair. And then you can also get their line of shampoo and conditioner to maintain your pieces as well. I'm sure you also want to see the inside of the cap. So let's show you that right now. And that'll be my last bit because I really do want to keep this under 10 minutes if I can. Okay. So if you've ever seen one of my videos before, you're used to a really big cap. This is so small and so weightless. It's really cool. And what I do love is despite the fact that it's small, they've put quite a few clips in here. So if you are worried about traction alopecia, though I've spoken about this before and it's not something that I've experienced personally, and I think good quality clips eliminate traction alopecia. But what you can do, because they've provided so many, is just clip in 3 one day and then a different 3 the next day. And then you'll always sort of be rotating where the stress on your hair is coming from. So highly recommended. And if you are worried about traction alopecia, as I've already said, this is a good brand to consider and a good style to consider because the synthetic fibers make it more lightweight, and therefore the tugging and pulling on your own hair will be minimized. You just are going to have to consider, you know, matching it. Just a second, I left those clips open. Matching it to your bio hair. So just be cautious and, you know, be aware of that. But if you have a good stylist, someone you can trust to help you with the process of dyeing your own hair to match, that shouldn't be a problem for you at all. Look how easy this is to apply. Oh my gosh, so much volume too. That's the other beautiful thing about synthetic fiber like this, is you can really just like froof it up and make it big, or you can smooth it out and calm it down. The choice is yours about how you want to go. So beautiful piece. Thank you so much, Dimples, for the opportunity to have a look at this. I know that there are girls out there who are looking for a synthetic option for some of the reasons that I've talked about: exposure to the elements, less care, less concern. Just throw it on and go. If you have any questions, please send me a message on Instagram in the DMs, or leave a question in the comments.